I got cut off. Not 100% sure where I was. I know that I was thanking God that He declined about us reconciling, my ex and I. And again, and by the way, this is not meant to be a hit piece on my ex. And I've said that before, and I've said some cruel things, but I promise you, I'm trying to keep it to what is necessary to mention and what may not be necessary to put out there. Okay, but anyway, so he declined and messing, like, working things out with me and all that stuff. And what else happened around okay, so that was in November, early part of November of last year, right? Speed ahead to, it's around Christmas. Okay, Santa baby. Okay, it's around Christmas time, and I wanted a little nookie. Hadn't, had any since, we were together in September. And so that's the thing. When you are celibate, which I have now been celibate for over a year, but when you are celibate, the longer you go, the easier it is. But in the beginning parts, you are wildin', okay? I'm just telling you, you're like, it's been 4 hours and I haven't had sex. Like, and no, all kidding aside, you are wildin', okay? When you first, like, to me, the first couple of months, first few months, those are hard, okay? Now it's like, nah, like I have a cooter down there. No, okay, TMI. Anyway, I'm just saying, it gets way easier as time progresses. But, no, on that note, okay, knock the cobwebs off. Anyway, now on that note, so in December around Christmas time, I was looking to, get jiggy with it, whatever, okay, and he turned me down. Okay, he turned me down. Again, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. I can honestly say I have been baby daddy sausage free for over a year. Not entirely my doing, clearly, okay, because I did try those first few months after we broke up, but then after that, after he declined around Christmas time, that pride that I had tossed aside, I went back and grabbed it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I decided I want to keep you after all. And I made a point, I never threw myself at him again. And for a little while, I had kind of wanted, oh, I'm being so open. I really am, you guys. I'm talking to y'all like y'all are my therapist or something. Anyway, but I was kind of open where I was like, you know what? If he approaches me, okay, but I will never approach him for it, okay? And of course, we're going to use a condom, of course. But I'm just saying, if he wants some of this, okay, he going to have to ask for it because I ain't going to, throw myself at him again, right? Well, then, at a certain point, something happened. I think a few things happened, but something happened. And I realized one day, I'm like, no. Even if he approached me, the answer is no. Like, I don't know what switched in me, but something switched. And I realized, it was like a few months after Christmas, and I realized, I said, even if he wanted to, the answer would be no now. And I remember that was like a really powerful moment in my mind when I understood that I had some standards for myself finally, because I didn't have any standards for myself. And that's just me being completely honest, truthful, real. You know, you can talk shit if you want to. Me and God know my heart. I'm just telling you what it is. Like, I did not have standards, clearly, to want to go there, to want to give myself to somebody who I'd had such a negative history with. And here I am like, you want it? Like, what was I thinking? right? I'm embarrassed for myself. Like sometimes I think back on it and I turn it into a joke and I'm very open about it, but I am embarrassed for myself, okay? And if you've been there, maybe you can relate. I don't know. But either way it goes, here's why I'm bringing it up. What I have known for a very long time, and when I was did the first part of the video or that other video where I was talking about, oh, your phone listens to you. I feel like if I'm venting to a friend about like, yeah, this person did XYZ to me, da da da. The next thing you know, I get stories or get videos about, this friend who did XYZ to their friend. And I'm like, ain't that about to be? Like, are they okay? Is this a coincidence? Is this like God sending me a sign? Like, hey, thought you could use some outside validation for the situation you're going through? Or is it the dang on algorithm picking up my conversations and thinking, okay, let's send her stuff about bad friends, cheaters, breakups, divorces, all that stuff, right? So I wonder about that. But I'm kind of leaning more into the algorithm, okay? Because like I said, I do talk about this stuff, and so they're probably hearing the conversations and offering me things. Anyway, here's why I'm telling you guys all this, okay? Is that I'm trying to remember. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah. So a video pops up of this guy who is talking about you're not ugly. You're probably just overweight. Lose some weight. Da da da. And so I predicted that some of the comments were going to be people getting defensive, like, oh, pretty people can be fat. He was like, yeah, I've seen people go from a 4 to a solid 9 and da 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 da. And I didn't feel like he was being an a-hole, but I understood that some people who are insecure would take it that way, but I did not. One moment. Okay, I had to stop my video because my mom was like ranting about something. I don't know what was going on. But it'll be embarrassing if like some personal stuff gets in on this recording. But I'm keeping it. Anyway, no, but back to the point really quickly is that what happened. Oh, the guy with the video. So he does this video. I'm going to try to link it in this video so you guys see the inspiration behind the series of videos I'm doing. But the long and the short of it is that he was explaining that a lot of people just need to lose weight to become attractive. And I felt like the way he explained it was not hateful. It wasn't nasty. It was just matter-of-factly, and if anything, there was a kindness in it and hope in it. And I know from personal experience, having lost weight before, that what he's saying is accurate, which is that you can improve your looks when you are a severely overweight person. Again, I'm talking to very overweight people. If you're a little bit, you're like just, the chart says you should weigh 140 and you weigh 155, I'm not talking to you. I appreciate you watching though. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm not talking to you though. Respectfully, this message is not for you. It's like if I start addressing men and then a woman wants to pipe up, it's not for you, sis. I love you. I love you. Thank you. But it's not for you. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I feel about people who are not super overweight. And by my opinion of super overweight, I would say at least 50 pounds. And some people might be offended by that, but I'm saying at least 50 pounds, okay? In my case, I'm well over 100 pounds overweight, okay? And so I'm more leaning towards people like me, who you would look like two different people practically if you lost weight, depending on, the person. By the way, I recently saw a video of Whitney Way Thor, the fat girl dancing chick or whatever, My Big Fat Life or Big Fat Fabulous Life or whatever. She didn't even, I was like, who is this pretty girl? I saw her name and I was like, oh my gosh, she looks so good. It is crazy. And I noticed that her body is still very big. Her face slimmed out. She already had a smaller face in comparison to her body, if you know what I mean, like, the skinny fat girl face or whatever, but it got even more thin and even more attractive. I'm like, damn, girl. And she was doing a video about going on a date or something. You can go check it out. I think it was on Instagram. The point is that yes, you do typically become more attractive when you are an obese person and you stop being obese or as obese. It's the truth. And I get upset when people want to gaslight us about it and tell us, oh no, it's your imagination.